Hello, everybody, and welcome to Task Force Unlikely Episode 30, Promises to Keep. So, last time, the party finally got to go to the spa they were promised so many episodes ago, and it turned out great. So, that's pretty much it. They have to go to Hades now. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Shemeshka the Marauder showed back up, and she called in her favor. And that favor is to go to Hades and get a book from her ex-apprentice / girlfriend. And we also met a bunch of famous / infamous D&D NPCs. And Navira was offered a potentially a side deal with Raceland, who seemed perfectly cool. So we're gonna pick back up. You all have gone back to the city of Waterdeep. The bathhouse can drop you off. It's still technically Fey Day, the day when the Feywild and the Prime Material Plane are the closest together. So it essentially appears in the middle of a city street. A bunch of people get off like it's a bus, and then slowly fades as the Waterdavians walk it here, kind of try and walk around the building.
Now that's Neverwinter.
Neverwinter is a Pittsburgh accent, I think I've decided. I think that's
I have to change Vinny then.
I think that's a stream somewhere. A bunch of yinzers. Okay. So, you all head back to your mansion. What would you like to do? Shemeshka said she would be in contact shortly to arrange transport to Hades.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is go,
Andy, remind me of the deal that Raceland wanted to make with Navira. The
Sure.
Thanksgiving has made me.
Of course. Raceland said to Navira, if you want to go back to hell and confront Zariel, he too has business in Avernus, and that perhaps you could assist each other. He helps you confront Zariel or whatever you'd like to do, and you help him with his task. He said he needed to, that Zariel has someone he needs.
Don't like that. Yeah. Just thinking it over.
Okay.
Hey guys, so what are our thoughts on hollowing the house and protecting it against interdimensional travel like we did with the Abscess Flesh Pit, so this can't happen again?
that's fantastic idea. No objections here. Wow, 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 hollowing sounds.
How long does Hallow
Cost us
last?
like 1,000 gold and take a day, but it's a thing we can do.
I mean, you have the money.
Can we hollow the entire house at once?
Let me see. God, I'm old. Okay, hold on.
No, it's only an area of, it's only a radius of 60 feet.
Yeah.
If we do it together, can we extend it to 120 feet?
Well, you could both cast it. So, yes.
We can also cast it as many times as we need. It's just going to get expensive.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we have, though, is money.
And expensive and time. Because it takes 24 hours for each casting.
Okay, we might not have time.
But also keep in mind, your skull teleports you back here. So...
Right.
Until
Shoot.
someone decides to arbitrarily turn it off.
That was one time. I'm going to try not to do that again.
How about we just do Kaw's wagon?
Now that is a good idea.
How does that work with something that moves?
Also, wait, don't you use that wagon to travel between planes already?
True.
Okay, the
You
hollowing
can protect it against
plan.
something else.
It was a good plan. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
I
can
think
we do like not the whole house, but can we just have like one little room that like do
Panic
the whole
room.
house, but only has one that you can get into and out of? So like, just like pick off a
If you
spot.
suddenly see smoke, run for the interdimensional travel room.
So to answer the wagon question, you touch a point essentially on the ground. You can't touch an object.
What if it's the ground inside the wagon?
Floors count as ground.
I think it would just wherever the wagon is standing at the time would affect that area.
Well, I tried.
Yes, but to Gayle's point, you could either create one safe room or the opposite, where one room is dangerous and the rest of the house is safe.
Yeah. That way, if someone has to come in, we can just corner them off in a room and not have the rest of the house be destroyed.
I like that plan.
Tarbek's gonna start doing the accounting for the group and just kind of sigh. Let's see if we have enough time to do it though, because each casting takes 24 hours.
If we do
Kaw
it at
do
the
it
same time.
simultaneously. You guys can get 120 feet.
Yeah, and it's a radius of 60 feet, which means it's a diameter of 120.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's big square footage.
That is pretty big. Yeah.
I want basically everything except the room that we teleport into with the Burke skull. I want. Nobody gets in.
Okay.
And then we just put a really good lock on that door.
Mm-hmm.
If only we knew a locksmith.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kaw and Tarbek spend the next 24 hours procuring the necessary equipment and then casting the spell.
I'll just take 1,000 gold off my sheet. Where do I have my gold? Sorry, I'm not entirely used to this.
It should be under equipment in D&D Beyond, I think. Could be wrong.
Found it. Remove 1,000 gold. I kind of assume that Tarbek does not keep most of his gold inside of his pockets.
No, you guys have so much money. I do presume it's kept in a lockbox or a safe or a bank or something.
Why would you carry more than 100 gold at once?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just asking to be robbed by me.
Tarbek has until
I rob you.
I'm gonna say he has some sort of dwarven credit union that has branches everywhere, so they can keep track of how much money he has left. And most of it's probably invested in Glorum, in Volcano Real Estate. Bringing it back around.
Okay. Oh, shit. So, that's what Tarbek and Kaw are doing over the next 24 hours. Gayle and Navira.
Navira has holed herself up in her room, and every once in a while you can hear a faint, "Why me?" coming from it.
I guess Gayle will make out her will.
Okay. Any particular?
I leave everything to my uncles and nothing to these schmucks.
Yeah. Any particular witness you want to have, or?
She'll probably take one of Tarbek's kids and be like, "No, none of you get my stuff."
Okay.
Just pull Cookie to the side. Hey, you don't get anything if I die.
Wait, Cookie's What?
Cookie.
That's a power play right there.
I don't think Cookie's ever owned anything more valuable than like a pickaxe. And even then, probably not a very good one. So yeah, no interdimensional travel in any room except for the one that we teleport into using the Burke skull.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's like the mud room or something like that.
Sure. It's
gross.
not only is it a mud room, it's an interplanar mud room as well.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You can come here, but you have to wipe your feet first.
Rules of the house. Take off your boots. Okay.
Leave all swords in the umbrella rack at the door.
Okay. So after a period of 24 hours, you all, well, more like 36, because you all get your rests, both on the front and back end of the 24 hours. There is a knock at the door.
I guess Gayle will go to answer it.
And Shumeshka, in a very ornate ball gown with all of her various attendants behind her holding up the mirror, and she's looking in the mirror, and as soon as you open the door, she kind of slowly turns. Oh, Gayle, hello.
Oh, hello.
And she'll like walk in and do like that kiss on each cheek, like not touching you, but like air kiss on each cheek thing, even if you're
Don't
not
ruin the
into it. Just kind of like, darling, how is everyone? Well rested, I hope.
Yeah. Just making final preparations and then we're good to go.
Excellent. Is there anything I can do?
Just get us there, I guess.
Can do. I came prepared and everything. We're going to have to make... It's complicated going to the outer planes. We're going to have to do a couple jumps. But no problem.
Okay. You have to go in the basement.
Okay. Interesting. But of course.
Also, I probably, Gayle will try to find a bunch of towels and, try to hand it to her. You might need these, too.
Okay. Weird. Take a towel. Don't understand. And she'll, wait for you to point out the basement to her.
I guess Gayle will lead her to the mudroom then.
Okay. She sees a big pile of adventurer boots. Oh, gross. Of course. Okay, well, I will wait here while you get your friends. Since Navira is not coming, we're going to pick up a fourth.
Oh, are they okay?
Yes. They also owe me a deal. This is them completing that bargain.
Cool beans. And Gayle will leave.
Finger gun. Shemeshka's just kind of looking around and touches something and disgusting. Gayle, what would you like to do then?
I guess Gayle will go up to Tarbek and Kaw and get them ready to go.
Tarbek is pacing back and forth. Just he looks as though he's been pacing in the same spot for an hour. You think there might be a small groove starting to form in the floor?
You remembered Scrooge McDuck's pacing room from DuckTales? That. Kaw's just gonna, as soon as she knows, oh, Shemeska's waiting, then I'm going to take my time and make her wait.
Okay.
Navira will actually come out of her room with the intention of bestowing some advice. She's like, okay, look. These are the lower planes. this is... I've only been to Hades a couple of times, but this is... Anywhere you go in the lower planes, especially, can be chaotic. It's the wild west of evil. Whatever you do, just don't make eye contacts with the fiends or the devils unless you want to start a bar fight. Don't die, and please do not mention that you have any association with me whatsoever unless you want to get skewered.
Got it. Don't make eye contact. Don't die. Don't talk. Got it.
Those are probably
Honestly,
survival rules in general, but especially for the lower planes.
probably good to just tunnel vision until we find that book thing.
Okay.
And then leave and never come back.
She's gonna give each and every single one of them a very meaningful shoulder touch.
Aww.
Thank you. I almost felt that through the 4 layers of armor that I'm wearing.
Gayle will
You're
also,
very strong.
Gayle will return the shoulder touch with another shoulder touch, but she can't get that far because she's not that tall. It'll be like,
It's more like upper
buddy.
arm.
yeah.
Maybe hop up, give a shoulder pat.
A weapon bump is probably what Tarbek's gonna do.
Just like gauntlet touch.
Yeah.
Think.
So Shemeshka is waiting for you in the mudroom, the interdimensional mudroom, and just kind of standing there, occasionally looking in the mirror, adjusting her little razor crown.
By the way, has anybody seen Victor? Haven't seen him in a couple days, not since the Fae Festival. I'm worried he might have gotten into some mischief.
I'm sure he's fine.
All right.
He'll turn up. Give it a couple more days.
Adventures. Oh, wait.
Wait, what? So Shemeshka's standing there, and she looks around and says, "Are we all ready, darlings?"
As ready as I'm gonna get.
She says, as Hades is a staging ground for the Blood War, you can't really teleport directly there. So we're going to have to make several jumps, and then I'll put you on a boat. Get you there post-haste. And she says, are we all ready?
Yep.
And she'll kind of clap. And in a flash, Navira, you see the 4 of them and all of her attendants vanish.
Okay, once they have vanished, Navira is going to double flip off in the general direction to where Shemeshka was standing, and then she's going to go into her room and cry for the next 4 hours.
Okay. Only 4 hours? Okay. Okay. So, you all appear on what looks like an asteroid. And you can see just various colossal-sized bodies floating past you.
Like people bodies or like celestial bodies?
Like people bodies, but they look not quite like people. They almost look dead or undead. Like they're kind of shriveled. And kind of gaunt looking in their various armor or robes, just slowly floating past you. And you are joined by a 4th person. Mira, would you like to describe your character?
Okay, so with you is this really weirdly tiny but solid Firbolg. Like she is a proper estimate only about 5 feet tall, but she's got muscle and kind of like a little bit of a blank stare on her face. She's dressed in very pastoral clothes. She's got these kind of floofy, unruly hair, and she's just kind of all looking at you guys like, seems about right.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi
Who
there.
are you?
Hmm?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Birch.
Birch.
Who are you?
I'm Gayle. That's Tarbek, and that's Lady Kaw.
Gayle, Tarbek, Lady Kaw. Okay.
All right then. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Firm handshake.
Her handshake is not firm.
Okay.
Limp handshake.
Oh dear.
Um,
Sorry, I'm used to Navira.
Who?
Never mind.
Okay.
Shemeshka says, "Excellent. Everyone's acquainted.
Hi, Shemeshka.
Hello, Birch, darling." She says, "One more jump, and we'll be halfway there." Well, you'll be halfway there. That is where I'll leave you. But, as agreed, if you all retrieve the book for me, let me tell you the title of it, because I never actually told you. It's definitely a book. Hold on.
Andy's DM notes. No, wait, wrong page.
I'm sorry about the sirens.
No, you're not in here. It's called. Oh, there it is. It's called The Book of Keeping.
Ooh, that's not at all an ominous title.
This is the book I think it is. I hate you.
You're welcome. She says, "Lickety split, get it out. Bring it back. Just get back on the boat. The ferryman will know where to take you." And she says, "Oh, and one more thing, darlings. It's not necessary, but if you want to, if it's convenient, I don't actually need Shy Lara alive. In fact, I have placed a bit of a bounty on her. It's probably not even worth it. So 5,000 gold. It's not. It's really unnecessary for you to kill her, but if you do, I mean, bonus. But you may not want to fight in Arcanoloth, I understand. In and out. Easier that way."
You're right, we don't want to fight in Arcanoloth. That's kind of why we're doing this.
Yes. She says, "You get me the book?" Looks at Birch and says, "We're square." And, looking at Task Force Unlikely, says, "And I'll still owe you one favor."
You'll promise you look after my sheep?
Sending my best man to do it right now. In fact, I'm going to go right after this.
Good.
Best deal I've ever
They
made.
better all still be alive. I counted them. I know if they're dead.
Are your sheep multicolored by any chance?
Well, that would be weird. Cool, but weird. Do you know any multicolored sheep?
We'll have to talk later. I think I know someone you're gonna get along really well with.
Oh, okay.
DM pick right, God.
Oh, hell.
Excuse me.
Where are my notes? Okay, so Shemeshka will clap once again. And you all appear on the banks of a tepid, black, sludgy river. And in the background, you can see it's just a field of volcanoes going off. Just volcanoes everywhere.
Tarbek smiles.
And on the distance of the river, you can see a small boat with a figure who looks like that, piloting.
No.
I know you.
Pushing along, he pulls up to the side with Shemeshka and puts his hand out, and Shemeshka counts out some coins and puts them in his palm. And the Marinaloth looks at all of you and just says, "Get in."
Okay.
Super.
All right then.
He says, "Mind the river. Don't want to fall in."
Why? What happens?
He says, how would he explain it? He says it has the tendency for primers and non-fiends to wipe their minds.
Well, that's bad.
Quite.
Well, I would imagine that I think that some people would like that. Are there people that jump into this thing?
Just kind of blank-eyed staring at you, saying, "Some fiends like to swim in it." And he'll point down river, and you can see like these people-sized, bulbous, spiky little or big, because they're people-sized, toads with their heads and their big eyes just kind of staring out of the river. And then they sink, and he says, "Some people like it, I guess.
Are there any who are not hydroloths who like it?
Not many, no."
Okay. If you really want to forget something that bad, you could just drink some alcohol. Although, I would take it easy with that stuff as well.
Kind of smiles at you and says, "Everything in moderation."
Ugh, aye.
Oh no. She's remembered drunk Tarbek.
I think she forgot.
Quick, push her in the river.
Nobody in TFU will ever let you forget that.
I wasn't even here, but it was so good. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, so what would you like to do?
Get in the boat.
Get in the boat? Okay.
Come on, get in the boat.
Pop a squat right in the center.
Okay. Shemeshka looks at all of you and says, "Oh, my adventures. Be safe. This will take a while, but soon you'll be in Hades. You're looking for the Tower of Incarnate Pain. Can't miss it, to be honest. Good luck, and when you get the book, bring it back here, and we'll proceed from there."
You know, it's never the temple of, like, tasteful landscape art. It's never the temple of, cute kittens. It's always the temple of something terrible.
Yes. I would go to those places. This is why I send adventurers to the other ones. Ta! And a bronze portal opens behind her. She steps backwards through it. Okay. The ferryman takes his... Oh, I missed it. What happened?
No,
As soon as Shemeshka's gone, just like, Kaw, just a couple more birds show up.
Oh, sure. The ferryman takes his stick, sticks it back into the river, and starts pushing along, and Yeah, you're just going real slow. You can feel you bump into a couple of the Hydroloths, and he kind of shoos them away with his stick and just keeps going.
We're just gonna take her sheep's crook and like try and stick it in the river.
Tarbek's gonna kind of turn to her and go,
Yeah, the guy, the Marinoloth, without even turning, kind of like slaps your hand.
Fine, jeez.
He pulls the
Gayle.
oar out of the water. I'll use this.
After seeing that, Gayle will go, "So, Birch, what's your story? Any, cool facts about your life? Hidden secrets you don't want anybody to know about? That kind of stuff?"
I don't really know a whole lot about secrets. I mean, I'm surrounded by sheep most of the time. They don't have a lot of secrets. But yeah, no, I heard sheep. I do it in the mountains. I do it with magic. Like, and she pulls out like a wooden flute. She's like, for some reason they really like this. So like when I play it, like sometimes I am able to like talk to them or like get them to move one way or the other. And like eventually, like, I just kept playing, and like the more I played, like the more they started like doing what I wanted them to. And then eventually this fox lady showed up, and she wanted me to come get this book, I guess. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. But like, if I'm gonna go somewhere for a while, like someone has to watch my sheep. So she agreed to watch my sheep. So I'll
Fair.
get this book for her.
So let me get this straight. You asked a fox lady to watch your sheep.
Well, she said she was gonna get someone else to do that, but like as long as someone's there and none of them die.
Better not tell you now.
I'll get right on it, dear.
Puts on bib.
My sheepies. Anna, that's me.
No, none of those sheep are like magical sheep or do neat tricks or things like that.
I mean, unless they do it like behind my back while I'm not looking.
That would be just rude.
Yeah.
Tarbek's gonna like rub his temples and be like, "Oh no, she's adorable."
Yeah, pretty much.
The
What about
poor.
you guys?
I make stuff out of metal.
That's neat.
I I make locks. I'm a locksmith by trade mostly.
Cool.
There's some other stuff you don't need to know about, but it's mainly the lock part.
Worry about it.
That's neat. So do you like make the locks out of like the metal stuff that the metal guy makes, or?
Oh no, we met separately. Like I was doing locks
Wow.
way before I met him.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah. I have to bring it up.
What about you? She turns to Kaw.
Cast augury.
Augury's Wheeler Woe.
Yep.
Whoa.
I thought she
I'm even thinking
said.
about it.
I thought she said cast augury. Like, what do you do? Cast augury.
Like normally when you roll, because you roll bones, right? Yeah. Normally when you roll bones, like it takes a minute for them to settle. Like you throw them into your bowl and like they just immediately hit whoa, and you're like, okay, that's a little creepy. Like faster than they ever have before.
Not what she expected. She just does that, looks up, and says, "Outlook not so good."
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know at least. So you guys asked me about my secrets, and I don't really have a whole lot of secrets to tell. Can I ask about yours?
I don't have many secrets either.
Well, you did have
considered
that whole.
volcano real estate.
I mean, you did have that whole secret family line thing we didn't know about, and the secret kid.
What do you mean secret? It's inscribed on my wall.
You didn't tell us your son died.
I mean, that's, it's not really something I like to bring up that often.
Point of fact, Kaw didn't know about that part until just now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good. We can talk about something else if you guys want.
The ferryman turns on the radio.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Look, I don't like to talk about it, okay? It's just, not exactly something I really want to relive, and it's a pretty traumatic experience, if I do say so myself.
That was my bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You didn't know.
Are we there yet?
no. It's gonna take a while. Get comfy. You're gonna have to sleep, probably.
Is there like a cabin, or is it just a flat boat, or...
Yeah, he gestures at the uncomfortable wooden benches you're all sitting on.
Well...
Okay.
So several hours pass, enough that, you all start to get tired. And if you would like to continue these secret conversations, feel free. But otherwise, night isn't really happening. You're looking up, and it's just kind of red and ashy in this plane. You don't quite know where you are. This is not Hades, as far as you know.
Birch is just gonna take out her wooden flute and start playing it. Just like cute little pastoral tunes that are very simple.
The ferryman groans.
Tarbek.
He doesn't like music, does he?
Oh no.
Out comes the hurdy-gurdy, and out comes actual songs.
Tarbek was actually starting to doze off from the flute music, but then when the hurdy-gurdy joins in, he's like, oh...
Okay, so yeah, you all play music to pass the time. Would anyone like to stay up for like watches, or do you just want to all sleep at the same time?
I think we should do watches.
I'm good at staying up for watches.
Okay, yeah. So, new person, you're gonna take the first watch.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take second watch, I guess.
Okay.
I'll go third.
Okie doke. Okay. So, what's the best way to do this? Okay, so Birch is up first. Everyone does their best to kind of settle on these, as I said, stark and uncomfortable benches. And the ferryman just really never takes his eyes off the horizon and steers the boat. Occasionally there are some turns in the river, but it's mostly just slow moving. He will occasionally kind of take his hand and spin it around the water to remove like a particularly gross kind of thick spot. And every once in a while he'll like push his hand forward and a gust of wind will push the boat a little faster. But Other than that, can I get a perception check from Birch?
I would love to give it to you. The only thing is I completely forgot my dice. I will be right back.
Oh, okay.
Should we roll the other ones in the meantime, or?
She'll be back in a second, and then because we're gonna go through some things, so it'll be
I
fun.
realized just as we were setting up watches, I was like, "Oh shoot! I am missing a key component to this game."
These things.
All right. So what can I check?
Clacky math rock.
Perception, please.
All right. 14.
14. Okay. So as you're going along, you see more of those hydroloths, the big ugly toads. And as you're meandering along the river, you can see that the plane you were on sort of abruptly ends, and you can see a stark gray landscape in front of you. And you pass across the border. The landscape is gray. The sky is a slightly different shade of gray. Everything around you looks like it's in grayscale now. Except for you and your companions, who are still colorful. And in fact, against this stark backdrop, you appear even more colorful.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what kind of what you said. You're kind of wearing very simple farmer's clothes.
Yeah.
Is there any particular color on them, or are they kind of brown and tan?
Well, they're like green and brown, and
Okay.
they're like there's like just like a tiny bit of color, like that you can tell is like kind of dyed wool.
Okay,
But
yes.
they're not like super like brighter.
So the green really starts to pop. The little dyed bits shine brightly, like they're vibrant in a way you've never quite seen them before. The ferryman's he has a lantern on top of his oar, and it slowly fades, but it still glows faintly, leaving a small circle of light around the boat. In the distance to the west, you can see what appears to be a colossal mountain. Like it takes up the entire horizon, and you can't see the top of it. And to the east, the same can be said of what looks like a giant tree.
Ooh.
Looking at your new companions, Tarbek's beard and the red on his clothing is more vibrant than ever. Even Gayle's brown coat is just it's popping in a way that it wasn't before, and cause purples in her outfit look lush and royal.
And of course, the jangly janglies.
Oh yeah, yes, and her bangles are gleaming in a way.
Also, the iridescent feathers probably look real cool.
So, every time she kind of breathes, they shimmer in a way you didn't notice before. And the ferryman just says, "Welcome to Hades."
It's neat to be here.
Is it? Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, look at my clothes and look at the feathers and like the fire right there. Isn't that cool?
He looks
Oh,
up.
you mean?
Yeah, he looks up and he says, "Give it time.
What time?
Just, you'll see."
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to slip the Morenoloth 2 gold pieces.
You're sleeping.
Oh, right. Yes, sorry. I forgot. I thought we were at the end.
Nope. No, this is all during Birch's watch.
Ah.
Okay. Described that. And then the last thing you see before you are to wake the dwarf up for his watch is you can see in the distance a herd of horses on fire, nightmares, just streaking across the wastes.
What? That's neat. She'll kind of look at the ferryman.
It's just okay, I guess.
What are they called?
They're called nightmares.
Ooh. Ooh. That's cool.
Because they're nightmares. Do you get it?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Oh, good. Okay. Some people don't get it.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
It really is. Kind of looking at... Now he's looking at them and nodding. It really is.
I'm now imagining like a sheep, but like with the nightmare fire instead of the wool.
I can assure you that Birch is thinking about it too.
Yeah. A new breed.
He's like, I wonder.
Okay.
Light a sheep on fire? I've never tried.
I would like to remind everyone that Birch is in fact level 9.
How did she get this far?
If she
Actually, then again,
there's a reason Shemeshka noticed her.
I shouldn't be too critical because how did we get this far either?
Fair point.
Yeah, the benefit of starting at like level 7. But you've also done a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, so yeah, it is Tarbek's turn for watch. What would you like to do, Birch, to wake him up?
So just take her sheep's hook and just clink, clink.
Yeah,
clink,
football practice.
Clink. Then even though he's awake, she kind of keeps doing it because she likes the noise.
You can have your percussion practice later. I'll build you a drum set.
Ooh, I never tried the drums.
Okay.
Oh God, I shouldn't have made that promise.
So
Well, if you can, it's fine.
Right before you wake up, Tarbek, as you wake up, you vaguely remember this dream, but you feel it fading. But Tarbek, you nervously tug at your armor, making sure it lays just right before you open the large door into the suite where your wife is resting. You do your best not to wake her as you walk toward the bassinet next to her bed, and you stare at the most beautiful baby boy you have ever seen. You stroke his hair and look at the exquisitely crafted necklace around his neck, engraved with the name Dernier of Clan Cinderbeard. And then you get jabbed into the side and wake up.
Tarbek wakes up. He's like crying. Yeah, I'm ready for my watch.
Why are you crying?
Nothing. It's fight. I'm always fight. Gotta be a good role model.
I'm always crying. I mean, fine.
It's okay to cry.
I have to do my watch first.
Okay.
I can cry later.
Okay.
I had the dream again.
Mhm.
It's nothing.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Birch, can I get an insight check, please? It's not for what you think.
But I've actually good at those.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 17.
Okay.
Tarbek's not fine.
Well, there's you didn't even need a check for that. But the other thing you notice is after you woke Tarbek up, he looks less bright than he did before.
Oh. Oh, I don't like that. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then when I wake up, I'm going to see something. Good night. And she just kind of like holds up on the floor.
The ferryman looks back at you, Tarbek, and says, "Finally, peace and quiet."
Clank, clank, clank.
Oh, God damn it.
Well, I'm sorry, I'll stay still.
My buddy, are you gonna love Fourth Watch?
Do you ever have someone, you know, in your life and they've been out of it for a long time, and then you just kind of can't really deal with the fact that they're not there anymore?
Kind of looks around. No.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
What the fuck is with this place?
He says, he kind of looks around and he just goes, "It's the worst."
Yeah, I got that part. Does it give people nightmares usually?
He says, "No, the opposite. It gives you just beautiful, wonderful dreams, and it eats them. Until you have no dreams left, and what's the fucking point then?"
I'm gonna roll my perception check now.
Yep.
10.
Okay, so yeah, you're like, okay, dude, and kind of looking across. You see the nightmares, and then he just keeps talking. He says, "This is a place of pure evil.
I got that part.
It's not the consuming rage of the abyss, or the devious planning of hell. No. This is apathy, hopelessness. This is where dreams go to die. This place sucks."
What's your name exactly?
He says, "What's it fucking matter, dude? I don't..."
Alright, what's in fucking matter, dude? I'm Tarbek.
Wow. Solid dad joke.
Wow.
Tarbek starts crying again.
Oh, God damn it. Now he says, "Unlike your friend, the Arcanoloth, we don't have such affectations as names. You can call me the Ferryman. You've perhaps met my brother, the Ferryman."
And I've actually also met his brother, the Ferryman.
"Oh, how's he doing? I mean, I don't care," is the other.
I tell you don't get along with your brothers very well.
No, what's the point?
Well, family's important. You never know when they could be gone.
Do you want to talk about it?
I think I've probably talked enough about it.
Look, a nightmare. Just kind of gestures at the flaming horses.
You know, I'm really... They don't seem... How could something that... They don't really seem evil. They're really kind of cool, honestly. I know they're evil, but, like... Still... I kind of want to ride one.
He says, "I mean, good luck with that."
I know. It's more like a hypothetical.
Yeah. Okay. And with that 10, the rest of your watch passes uneventfully. Whether you want to talk to the ferryman or leave him to his silent task is up to you.
I will leave him to his silent task.
Okay. So.
You really had to hit me with right away, didn't you, Andy?
Yep. Well, you picked the watch order, everyone. Okay. So you go to wake up Gayle, and before Gayle wakes up, she remembers this dream. Gayle, you remember a beautiful and bright summer day in Waterdeep. The warm breeze carries that beautiful, terrible Waterdeep stink through the air. You run and run and run ahead of your family, hearing them laugh behind you. Your uncles, your mother. It's a perfect day. The perfect, best summer day. And then Tarbek wakes you up.
Tarbek will do...
Were you crying, Tarbek?
What makes you say that?
Can't even tell.
Well, how's it been going?
I think this place does something to you.
Doesn't every place do something to you? Like,
No,
there seems
but
to be
like-
a theme.
Like, it gets inside your head and, like, saps the joy from your life. I think it's, like there might be some weird magic going on, so...
Well, isn't that super? Good night.
Good night.
Unless you want to stay up.
I might, honestly. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to sleep very well, but I'll give it a shot, and then Tarbek will try to sleep.
Okay. Gayle, can I get a perception check?
Oh. Perception?
Yes, or investigation. You can't really investigate from over here, so perception.
No. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, okay, excellent. So the nightmares that have been running, in the distance to your boat, break off and start to head towards the mountain. It looks like, and occasionally you can see what looks like a hag flying on a broom, just cackling to themselves across the horizon. It's a little hard to tell the horizon because the sky is gray and then the ground is just a different shade of gray. But you can see what looks like them flying through the air. And the ferryman just kind of occasionally looks back at you, like expecting you to talk almost, because everyone else has.
Gayle will just take out a piece of paper and start writing.
Okay.
And she'll go, she'll start writing. Dear Navira, we've only been here a couple hours, but this place, I think, sucks. Wish you were here. Gayle will try to, start writing an L, cross it out.
No.
From Gayle.
The ferryman
Yes.
wipes a tear from his eye and he doesn't know why. Sorry, P.S.
P.S. The new person's nice, but seems really obsessed with sheep.
Okay. Gayle, would you like to do anything else on your watch?
Is the guy still looking back?
He occasionally looks over his shoulder, but after you start writing in your notebook, he almost sighs, oh, thank you, not a talker.
Gayle will wait until he gets has that look of relief on him,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll look quickly up and be like, "So, how's the job security on this type of thing?"
Honestly, not too bad. No one really wants this job, So I'm grandfathered in a way. All the other Yugoloths are always killing each other and, trying to take each other's place, ascend to be the Oinoloth. Work their way toward Arcanoloth and Ultraloth. Nobody wants this job. So nobody's vying for it. It's, the Union's pretty strong, the Yugoloth Union. So Yugoloth nailed it. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, gotta get some things in life, huh?
Yeah. You're not so bad. Okay. Anything else, Gayle?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
Chilling with your new friend.
Okay, so Kaw, before you wake up, Kaw, you remember the first day you left home with your mother and father. How vivid and bright everything looked away from the mists of your home. How beautiful the greenery was. How clear and clean and crisp the air felt. How the apple orchards you traveled through smelled. How the apples tasted. It was incredible. And then Gayle jabs you in the side.
Gently jabbing in the side.
Okay, gently jabbing.
Are we there yet?
Soon.
And
Okay, wow. Hurtful.
Before Gayle goes to bed, she'll just tell Kaw, this place is weird, like super weird. You watch out. And she goes back to bed.
You may rely on it.
Okay, can I get a perception check from Kaw, please?
Can I use my passive?
Sure. That's 20, right? We just established that? Okay, 20. Okay. What monsters haven't we seen yet? So... Oh, okay. So... up on the riverbank ahead of you, you see these really weird kind of giant... They look like dodos, essentially, but they're like demonic dodos. Just kind of pecking at each other. And as the boat kind of gets close to them, they, flap their little shitty wings and hiss at the boat, and the ferryman takes his oar and kind of shoos them away. And as you round the bend where the birds were, you can see stretching out. It's at first you think, instead of just kind of the flat wastes that you've been looking at, you just think it's rocky ground. But as your eyes adjust and your passive perception kicks in, because it's just crazy good, you realize that it is just a battlefield full of dead bodies, just through the horizon, and they all look. There's no color. You are still the only bits of color here.
Huh. Outlook not so good.
Okay. Would you like to do anything to annoy the ferryman?
Oh yeah, she's like going to start softly playing the hurdy-gurdy. Not loud enough to wake anyone up, but loud enough for him to hear.
Yeah, kind of sidle up next to him. Just loudly sighs.
Loudly sighs right back at him.
Yeah. And that goes on for 2 hours. Okay. Towards the end of your watch, as everyone is stirring, Kaw, you can see not far now, you'll probably reach it within an hour. There is a tower that is covered in blades and spikes. Like, if you've ever seen any Planescape art, it's that. Like, it's very much that aesthetic. And Birch, before you are shaken awake, you have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You're standing with your flock of sheep.
Yeah.
All these sheep. Just being great sheep. And you remember, this was a really good day, because all the sheep did what you wanted them to do. And none of them got hurt, and they were all nice to you. And one of them even helped you, I don't know, milk a cow. Because that's how good a friend the sheep was.
Do you like my very dimensional character, everyone?
I love it. I want her to come back.
Oh, me too. I'm loving this.
But yeah, so just a lot of dream about sheep, and then one of the party members, you can hear them all stirring, and you slowly wake. What would you all like to do?
Oh, Kaw was just going to start playing louder enough.
Okay, yeah, kind of slowly ratchet it up.
Hi, yeah, we're in a shitty place. Wake up with nice music.
Dan, we can't hear you.
Dan, you're muted.
I'd like to imagine she had heard that somewhere before and is now saying it. Wake up, music time, everything is shitty.
Yeah, probably.
Where she's from, almost certainly.
What's up? We here yet?
Yep. It's that big scary tower in the right over there.
It's spiky.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kaw laughs at someone else asking, "Are we there yet?"
Just add it to the repertoire.
Switch up the tone if you want.
Now you can have it in a couple voices.
If you're nice to me, I'll teach you some of the swears.
And say, "Are we there yet?"
Ask again later.
Oh.
All right, to the big scary tower.
Yep.
Tower of Incarnate Pain.
Okay.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Kind of a whole thing.
It might have been the
Yeah.
Tower of Pain Incarnate.
Hmm.
No, it is our incarnate pain. Okay. You all slowly approach the shore, and the ferryman pushes you all, pushes the boat rather to the shore, and slowly you kind of beach yourself, and he says, "Careful going down."
Tarbek will put 2 gold pieces in his hand and sort of nod and then step off the boat.
He'll say, "Don't pay the ferryman. Don't even fix a price.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Birch is gonna place a dandelion in his hands.
Thanks. This'll die in like 5 minutes here."
Yeah, I'll just give him like, "Good job, buddy."
And he looks at Kaw.
Kaw will give him one of his own exasperated sighs.
That's what it feels like, yeah. Just... and floats away.
You know, I know this might be a weird thing to say, given how miserable he was at the start of that experience. I think he actually improved his demeanor a little bit over that. Well, you know, optimism, maybe not the, doing my best here, guys.
Yeah. It's a thought that counts.
All
Pat on the
right.
back. We appreciate it.
Let's go get that book.
Okay. So you see this black tower silhouetted against a gray sky. And there is some giant, terrifying-looking door carved of wrought iron, shaped of wrought iron, standing in front of you.
Album cover. Navira would have such a good speech about this if she was here.
Who?
Just someone else we travel with sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So do we knock or what?
I think we find another way in since we're trying to steal from the lady.
Is this tower made of stone?
No, metal.
Mm-mm.
Sorry. The ground around you is made of stone, but...
I mean, I can do it with metal too. So, sort of. Kind of.
Takes a long time and is much louder.
Yeah. Takes about 10 minutes. Anyways. Yeah, no, let's look at this tower.
Okay, yeah, so the tower is fairly tall, and staring at the front of it, like I said, there's a bunch of spikes and blades coming off of it at various angles. It kind of looks like, and I know this is not a building, but Aku from Samurai Jack. It's just kind of got that aesthetic.
Way too much.
Way over the top.
Long ago.
So yeah, so do you guys want to like look for, what do you want to do?
Gayle's gonna try to look for like maybe like a little small grate, like a sewer entrance or something like that.
Okay, perception or investigation check.
I will give her guidance, so you get an extra D4 on that.
Can I
Oops. And
use my passive?
and a D4.
Let's see what Gayle gets, and then passively, perhaps Kaw will see something.
That's 16, and then with the D4, it's a dirty 20.
So Kaw and Gayle. So Gayle, Kaw is just kind of staring up and down, and she sees that a couple of floors up there is a sort of balcony with a window, or like a French door kind of thing. And the tower is certainly climbable because of all the spikes. Dangerous, but climbable. And quickly investigating the base of the tower, Gayle finds a grate in the floor, in the ground, that does look like it connects into the tower. It's some sort of outflow system, possibly sewage.
So we can either go up or down.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I can climb that thing wearing full plate.
So I guess
How high
down
up is
then,
that
or-
balcony?
How high up? It's, let's say...
Less than 500 feet.
It's less than 500 feet. It's 60 feet up. And then you can, because the tower is so tall, you can see other ones higher up, but that's the one that's the closest to you all.
Wait, 60 feet. One second.
Certainly within dimension door range from Kaw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kaw and one friend is the downside of dimension door.
60 feet up, you said?
Yes.
Never mind. It specifies, like, I was going to see if I could fabricate a ladder, but that's not going to work.
You'd need the supplies, and there's not really anything around.
Well, there's raw stone under us, but I can't make something that big out of stone using fabricate.
Okay, then yeah. But
you could dimension door up there and then throw down a rope.
Well, I will if we decide we want to go with the ladder or if we want to go with the grate.
I don't know if we want to crawl through sewage, to be honest.
I mean, it's more sneaky to go through the sewage.
But a lot smellier.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's up to you guys. Like, I
Being
don't know.
sneaky is your department, so I will defer to you on this.
well, hold on. What is Birch's stealth? Because Gayle is not that sneaky. She's just sneakier than all of you.
My stealth is, well, it's technically +4 because of Jack of all trades.
I believe Birch might be stealthier than Gayle. Maybe.
Let me see.
I might be thinking of an old.
Stealth? Yeah, you are stealthier than me. By 1.
So Bert's like sneaks up behind Tarbek, like, and smellier too. He's like, ugh. Where did this cow person come from? All I'm saying is that people tend to notice smells. But like, if we were to like get into this fancy person's house smelling like poo, we probably wouldn't get very far.
That is true. I'm just worried there's someone in the room we're trying to get into.
Although, if you stand close to the grate and you take a sniff, it doesn't smell quite so much like sewage as it does like raw blood.
No, we're gonna go through the window then.
Oh, you don't want to go through the blood sewer? Oh, that's weird.
I like iron. I don't like it that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go up
Balcony.
to the balcony? Okay, so how do you want to do it then? Well, I think I know how, but let me.
Well, Kaw is gonna just like put a hand on Tarbek's shoulder and dimension door them up to the balcony.
Okay.
Then
And,
lower the rope.
Tarbek will firmly tie the rope to something.
Himself.
That might be the best thing up here.
It's possible.
Yeah, there's some spikes and stuff that you could tie it to, but you're not sure if they'll cut the rope. But you can try and secure it to the balcony itself.
I'm probably going to secure it to the tower itself.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have your normal... Not that Tarbek is weak, but you don't have your normal strong tank.
I'm strong, but like Navira
You're
is...
not Navira strong, yeah.
I'm not... No. I'm cleric strong. I'm not paladin strong.
You are
Tarbek
certainly
tough,
strong.
Navira's strong.
Yeah.
Kaw can help. She only has a -1 strength mod.
Oh, good.
Tarbek will...
Well,
I don't know if I can aid another if I pull the rope up.
So yeah, if you are pulling the rope, yeah, advantage check on an athletics or acrobatics check to climb it.
That is what I will do.
So who wants to go first, Birch or Gayle?
Birch will go.
Okay.
And acrobatics is definitely better for me. Ooh, that's a 21.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tarbek might still be thinking, who is this cow person as like a cat burglar? Just straight up.
It's a legendary storm of stars.
Yeah, pulls herself up over the balcony. Nails the landing.
Did you even touch the rope?
Was I supposed to?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Lowers the rope back down for Gayle.
Me next. Yep. Oh. 23.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. Even better.
Why do I carry a rope?
No, she did touch the rope, but she did like a gymnastics routine on it. It's very graceful.
Runs straight up the rope. Yeah, so Gayle does a backflip to land on the balcony. And
Whoa.
you pull up the rope behind her. And yeah,
I'll hold up a sign with a 10 on it.
You see a opening out from the balcony is a door with you think maybe it had stained glass in it once, but the color from it is so faded that it just looks like pieces of gray and black glass. So it sort of makes a abstract pattern, but you don't think that it was probably supposed to be something.
Huh. Neat.
The door, is it locked? Sorry, there is a door, right?
There is a door, yes.
Okay.
If you test it, it seems to open. Or it is unlocked. Let me phrase it that way.
You guys ready to sneak through this lady's house?
No.
I mean, it's never, right?
Yep.
Signs
I can't-
point to yes.
I cannot sneak through anything.
Well, we'll come to that later. Gayle will leave.
Squeak. Walk in. Okay.
I'm trying to think of any spells I could have for this.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Enhance ability, Cat's Grace. That's about all I got. You don't get past without a trace as a cleric.
Yes, actually, I do.
Oh, as a trickery cleric, do you? That makes sense.
I'm cast pass without a trace. Thanks for reminding
That's
me.
a
You're
great
welcome.
idea.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
Perfect situation for this.
So
I thought of that ahead of time and then forgot it.
So Kaw throws up her hands, and this shadowy, shimmery field seems to surround all of you, and you all have plus 10 to stealth checks. And if you are indeed trying to move stealthfully, may I get stealth checks from everyone, please?
I technically
Gayle
still
also
roll
has
with...
advantage.
You still roll with disadvantage, but you get plus 10.
Well, I mean, actually, it's like a 13. So...
Okay, yeah, that's not terrible.
Sorry, a 12.
A 12. Okay, 12. What was that, Birch?
22.
22. There's the other skill tank. Gayle
27 with the plus 10.
and Kaw.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay, so Tarbek's the only one not in the 20s. Okay.
Honestly, Tarbek's actually probably not as unstealthy as like a person. So I imagine that the pass without trace just kind of holds all his armor together in such a way that it doesn't clank.
As much. You're still clanking a little bit with the 12.
Yeah. Well,
But,
Your boots still have to touch the floor at the end of the day.
okay. So the balcony opens into a fairly sparse-looking room. And looking around, it looks like maybe this was someone's bedroom at some point, but then it got kind of forgotten about almost. There's a couple sheets over pieces of furniture, but other than that, it's pretty empty. And you very quietly walk through it, and you can see there's one door leading out of the room.
so what do we...
one point going to turn to Tarbek almost expectantly, sort of like, you have the locate object ready?
Locate object only works on stuff that I've seen, I think.
I don't know if that's true. Hold on. I think if you describe it, you can do it. If this will work. Let's see. Come on. There we go.
Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. That's very vague.
I think I have let you all use it with a description before.
Okay, so this is kind of embarrassing. I forgot to prepare it.
Okay, well, then you can't use it.
Sorry. I should have prepared it.
It's the one divination I don't take.
Cool, guys.
Why do I have Prayer of Healing on there? I never use that.
Hang on.
Totally came prepared.
Yeah, would you have liked to prepare it for the mission where you have to find an object?
I would have if I remembered. I when I was transferring over the sheets, I basically just slotted in the first spells that I saw.
I don't think that is too metagamey to say you prepared. It's not like you're falling and
Do you want me to roll a wisdom check or something?
It's not like you're falling and you're like, I would have prepared Featherfall.
God damn it. So this is embarrassing. I rolled a 2 on my wisdom check, so that's a 7.
Well, then I guess you didn't prepare it. You can take a nap in here. No one's using this bedroom. Staying in Hades longer is definitely a good time.
I'm such a moron.
Let's see if I did.
Birch cast locate
Sure.
creature.
You can also, you can cast locate creature.
Okay. She's gonna cast locate creature and try to find the lady that Shimashko was talking
Okay, let's see. What's the range on locate creature?
about. 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. That's a lot of feet.
Avoid finding Shaylara, but you know, that works if we have to.
Well, now you know where she is and you can avoid her.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
It's
guys.
when she's one.
Well, Jay's gonna make a wisdom check to see if he prepared it, but let's see. Locate creature. Come on. Why can't I spell?
22.
22. You've definitely prepared it.
Because you knew Tarek would forget somehow.
And you reminded me that, like, why do we carry Prayer of Healing? We never use it.
You have 3 healers in the party? Like,
Yeah.
And we never use short rests, and that's what it's
wow.
for.
That is what it's for. So let's see.
No, that's Healing Spirit. Prayer of Healing heals everybody at once. The thing is, usually there's 2 people taking damage, and both of the people who take damage are healers.
Yeah, doesn't prayer healing take a long time to cast?
Yeah, it takes like 10 minutes to cast.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do I have Prayer of Healing?
It's almost like I don't want to take a short rest. Prayer of healing. Let's keep going. Let's see.
Yep, casting time, 10 minutes.
Okay. So, Birch, do you want to find specifically Shaylara or Arcanoloths?
Let's do Arcana Loss. Do
Okay.
you know Shylara's in Arcana Loss?
Well, you do now. I don't think. Oh no, she did say she was an Arcanoloth.
Okay. So yeah, then let's go ahead and expand our range to all Arcana Loss.
Okay. Oh wait. Or the nearest. So you can either find a specific creature or the nearest creature of a specific kind. So you would just find one. You just know which one is closest.
Okay.
Okay. So, focusing. You believe that the nearest Arcanoloth is about they're definitely on a higher floor of the tower, about 200 feet, you'd say, up, and they seem to be like pacing back and forth.
Okay. So I tell everyone, okay, so Shelar, I think, it's an Arcanoloth at least, is upstairs, about 200 feet that way. And they're pacing. So we should probably avoid there.
And did I get a ping on the book?
The book is about, you'd say, like 200 feet above you.
Oh.
We can't really avoid her then.
I have
Yeah,
banishment.
As soon as, like, you say where you see the Arcanoloth, Kaw just gives a...
Kaw, I know this is probably not something you're used to hearing from me, but I think I have a plan.
Oh?
Well, say it.
It's a very simple plan. We just use Bane and then we use banishment.
I can turn invisible if that helps.
Yes.
I'd do that too.
Yes. Actually, the
Cool.
only one who can't is Tarbek.
Ooh. Invisibility party.
Yay.
Hey, look at me! I'm a scary dwarf! And then all the invisible people beat her up.
We just come in there with our fists. Our beating sticks.
And now kick her.
Smack, smack.
But yeah, my idea was banishment, and then we'll see if that works. But who knows? Because I know Arcanoloths are probably not easy to hit with spells.
Okay. What would you all like to do?
Recast Pass Without Trace, because that is also a concentration spell, and so is Locate Object.
Okay.
I am out of second level spell slots already. This is good.
They're all utility spells anyway. For the most part. Okay. Pass Without a Trace goes back up. What would you all like to do?
Head in the direction of the book.
Okay. So, opening up the door, you can see there's a winding staircase going both up and down. There's like a thin iron spindle going all the way up the center of the tower. The staircase sort of just hugs the wall, circling around it, and then there's a big open gap in the middle, and there's a spindle going up and above you, and then stairs leading up and down, and you can see various doors leading into different rooms.
Can I check for traps?
Sure.
I will cast guidance.
Uh, 17. I'll do the D4. So 19.
Okay. So, checking for traps. I'm assuming you want to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you check for traps, and you discover a pressure plate trap that you can disarm, and it looks like it would have fired, or it would have like dropped some kind of like oil or tar on you from above. Like you can see, there's a little chamber and bucket in the ceiling above you.
Oh, that's not good.
Tarbek looks at his beard, which is still a little bit on fire.
Yeah, we'll just tell everyone, just avoid that.
Yes, definitely.
So when once Gayle points it out, you can very easily sidestep it and continue up the tower. You occasionally hear someone talking in abyssal. It sounds like pretty far down the tower. It sounds like two little fiends talking.
Well, I don't have tongues prepared either. Great.
And
I do.
very occasionally
you
you hear
what you're saying.
Oh yeah, you want to hear what they're saying?
I asked the party that.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Depends if you want to burn the spell slot.
I'm fine with it.
Signs point to yes.
Okay, I cast tongues.
Okay. You can hear very faintly. Yeah. Rough shift, right? Hey, short week though. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But no matter how many hours, no matter how many days you work in a week, it always feels like 40 hours. Yeah. Should we keep torturing this guy? Oh, definitely. And then you hear someone scream.
Oh, the lower planes.
They're talking about 40-hour work weeks and about torturing someone.
Sounds
What's the
alright.
difference?
That's all, folks.
I'm sorry. Let's just keep going.
Okay, so you continue to walk up the tower. You get to where both Birch and Kaw kind of sensed the object would be, and there is a set of double iron doors in front of you. There's a small peekaboo window kind of thing in there, like a door you could open from the other side to see out the door, but that is closed currently.
Is an invisibility party time?
Mine only lasts for like 12 seconds, so
I think mine lasts for, well, just the spells.
The spell is an hour. It's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah, mine only lasts for a minute. I do have another idea, though.
What's that?
Well, I can dominate person them.
They're not a person.
Well, they're like a humanoid, right?
Mm.
They're not a
No.
humanoid, sorry.
Oh, well, shoot.
They are a
How
fiend.
long does banishment last?
A minute if they are native to this plane.
Darn.
pretty sure she's not native to this plane. I
Well,
might be rolling to metagame.
That's a matter of some debate. Yugoloths are weird. And it depends on what edition as to what plane they are native to. I have made a decision on what plane they are native to. I'm not telling you which one.
So I might be right, or Andy has decided I am not.
Let's assume she's native to this one, and if the banishment thing works, do this as fast as possible. Question, can you have invisibility and pass without trace running at the same time?
I mean, I can because it's Kaw's concentrating on it, and I have my own spell I concentrate on.
Oh, I was talking to Kaw, but yeah.
I don't know because my invisibility is one of my channel divinities.
Class feat, okay. Yeah, that's different.
So if it's one of your class features, I'd have to read it. But unless it says as if you were concentrating on it, you can do both.
Does someone want to make a noise and distract her? And I'll
Action
go grab the
can
book.
channel divinity become invisible until the end of my next turn or until I attack or cast a spell. So, does not take concentration,
Okay,
but
yeah,
takes
so-
an action.
You can keep concentrating on Pass Without a Trace and make yourself invisible for 12 seconds.
How are we gonna open the door without her? You know what? You would still have that locate creature running, right?
I think so.
Unless
Uh,
Tongues takes
Yeah,
concentration.
Unless Tongues takes concentration.
Tongues does not.
So locate creature is concentration up to 1. So technically, if Tongues did not take concentration, then yes, I've still got it running.
So, want to like Metal Gear Solid radar this?
Are they still in there?
Are they still? Yes.
They're still doing your pacing.
Yeah, so they are like 30 feet from you at this point, and yeah, kind of pacing back and forth.
Hey, I have a kind of stupid plan.
Me too, but what's yours?
So I was thinking that I could just go to the roof under her and then maybe like hit the ceiling with my stick. It's kind of like, the people upstairs are like making noise. You know how you do like that?
How thick are the floors? Would that work?
They're pretty thick metal, but maybe.
I could give you my hammer.
Something on metal still works.
Just dink, 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 Maybe get her to come down, see what's wrong.
That's kind of was my plan too.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought of it.
It's a good plan, and honestly, I was toying with something similar, but
Me too,
mine was...
but mine would have actively made her mad or interested, depending upon what kind of mood she's in right now.
So we all came up with the same plan, I see.
Different
Basically.
variations of making a noise to get her attention, yes.
Okay. Well, seeing as I'm the only one who probably can't sneak past her, I'm volunteering to make the noise.
Actually, I think I should.
Mm,
Because if I make the noise, just bear with me. If I make the noise, then I know whether or not she's moving, and then I can like get out of there when she comes to investigate. So even if she goes to where the noise was, she won't be able to find me.
But then she'll still see Tarbek because he's the only one who can't turn invisible.
Well, I can cast invisibility on him.
But then you'll lose concentration on locate creature.
Oh. Shoot.
I could just hide.
Yeah, we can also just go up the stairs a little more and wait and see and hear if we hear the door open, because that door is not going to be quiet.
No, and he still has Pass Without a Trace. So he's still getting
Well-
plus 10 to his stealth check.
To my disadvantaged stealth checks. Let's keep sneaking. And go up the stairs a little bit more and see what's up there, and then see what we can do. Sorry, your plan was to wait until the door opens?
I mean, yeah, if she's gonna move, we're gonna hear the door open. If Birch manages to get Shalar's attention.
I could also cast Thunder Wave. That would be loud.
That would be very loud.
But I think that would get everybody else's attention too. I also have Prestidigitation.
Oh, I have Thaumaturgy. I could totally make a noise. 1 second. I think I can actually cause like harmless tremors or a booming voice or something.
You can also open and close doors dramatically.
Yeah. Oh, and it can actually originate from within 30 feet. It doesn't have to be like next to me. Huh.
I think I will cause problems on purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is an iambic pentameter.
I'm glad we both saw that tweet.
Like we follow a few of the same people.
Wow, isn't that a coincidence?
It's like 90% overlap between, I feel like, the Twitter accounts that everyone on this stream follows, but I digress. So we're gonna make a noise somewhere. Where are we gonna make the noise? On top of the roof, you said?
I was gonna thinking of the floor under her.
Then we hide a little further up the stairs and then quickly run in while she's not looking.
Question, Kaw. Can you make some sort of illusory wall so that if she does look up the stairs, she won't see us? Oh, no, wait. Is it a spiral staircase? Never mind. We don't have to worry about that. Let's do that.
Okay, so go up the spiral stairs. Who's going to make the distraction?
Birch.
Okay, and you're going to go to the floor below and the room underneath her?
Yeah, to the room directly below.
Okay. So
And just start banging on the ceiling with my stick.
I'm going to cast guidance on her. I don't know what she'll need it for, but, like, I might as well.
In case.
Okay, so Tarbek's up the stairs. Birch is going to go downstairs and try and find the room under her and jab it. Gayle and Kaw.
We were going to be with Tarbek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get stealth checks from Gayle, Kaw, and Tarbek? And Birch, how do you want to... So, Birch, you go downstairs and you enter into what looks like a bedroom. And opening up the door, you... Looking around briefly, you don't see anyone in this room, and you just want to take your crook and just...
Ding,
Do
ding,
we still
ding,
pass
ding,
without a trace?
ding.
You do.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Which is good because I think Tarbek just tripped and fell down the stairs.
Okay. So,
Quietly, though.
Tarbek, Gayle, and Kaw, what'd you all get?
21?
21.
Yeah, with the plus 10, I got a 21.
21.
Well, with the -1 plus 10, I got a 10. Because I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
I don't know if a natural 1 still auto-fails on skill checks,
It
how
doesn't-
exactly that rule works.
It does not, but a 10's not great. Okay.
I'm really sorry, guys.
So,
To be fair, my other roll was not much better.
so the door slams open, and an Arcanoloth steps out, and even from this distance, you can all smell her, and she smells terrible. Like, she just smells like she's covered in blood. She doesn't look like she's covered in blood, but she smells like it. And she kind of keeps scratching at her her arms and her torso, and she's wearing a fairly open, silky dress. She just kind of keeps scratching, and she looks down the stairs, and she screams into the center of the tower that she asked not to be disturbed. And what are you idiots doing? And
Bang, bang, bang,
yeah,
bang, bang.
just... And she looks up and down, and she does not see Kaw or Gayle, who have pressed themselves against a wall in such a way that the pass without a trace is covering them, but she does seem to see Tarbek.
Tarbek's gut is sticking out a bit.
And she'll look back down the stairs and then tentatively take a couple steps up the stairs.
Oh, I will. Is the inside of the tower made of stone?
No, it's all metal.
Anything here made of stone? Anything at all?
I mean, it's pretty much all metal.
God damn it. And she's starting to take steps up the stairs?
Yes.
And she'll see me?
Can I cause prestidigitation to create like a scream?
Well, she kind of stops for a second and then says, "Everything sounds normal down there."
It's like someone screaming her name.
Oh, her name?
Yeah.
She'll...
So, with thaumaturgy down the stairs past her, because I assume I can do 30 feet below and behind me.
Sure.
I am going to very softly make Shemeska's smug chuckle.
She will wheel and stalk down the stairs, and she'll just start screaming, "How dare you, and I can't believe you'd come back here after everything you did to me," and just she is like rushing to say things that have been clearly in her head for years. And
Kaw, you getting any of this? This is good stuff.
Yeah, she storms past the door to the room where Birch is hiding, and she starts looking around.
Wait, before she gets there, Birch is actually going to very quickly cast Greater Invisibility. Like, once Birch knows that she's coming down the stairs, she's going to cast Greater Invisibility on herself, run out of the room really quickly, and, like, quickly slip into a different room before she rounds the staircase to see her.
Okay. Give me a stealth check with advantage plus 10.
Yay! Okay, so that is 18, 28.
As you pass her, she just stops for a minute and kind of pauses, but then refocuses on the voice of Shemeska and stalks toward her, and starts darting her head back and forth and telling her to reveal herself, and she seems to start casting Dispel Magic. Like she's trying to catch the invisible Shemeska.
Okay, gotta go. Quickly, go to the room, get the book.
Yep,
It's time to case this joint.
Go.
Dun, 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 dun.
You throw open the doors to a library.
Boss.
And that's where we'll end the episode. Outros and plugs. Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel. You know, this is the last episode for the year, so we're not going to know how this ends until the year's over.
Yep.
That's great. You can catch me doing stuff the horrible Barovia time, and also at LightningFast11 on Twitter. I make bad tweets.
No, you don't.
No.
Don't follow me. Follow someone else cooler.
Follow Dan. He's the coolest.
Oh, shucks.
Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I am also here most of the time. I'm going to be at PAX Unplugged this weekend if you want to try to find me in the mess.
Yeah. Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm also here and also on Twitter, and am really proud that I hit that button right where I needed to.
It's a good button.
It's an, oh hey, I know how to make Shaylara real mad real fast.
It was a really smart idea, and you saved my ass.
And Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. I had an absolutely delightful time during the episode. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, at Birds and Nerds.
You can't just bring a character like Birch to a place like this, Mira. It's not...
Why do you think that's exactly why I did it?
I know. Don't ever change, Mira.
I'm Andy Hatton. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to. For some reason, you can follow the show on Twitter at LaughINNDragon. I will also be at PAX this weekend. Come find me if you want. I'll be running some games. Maybe you'll be in one of my games. That'd be fun.
Worth it.
Yeah. Other than that, like Daniel said, this is the last Task Force Unlikely episode of the year. Next week is the last Phantom Horizons episode, and we're still working out Star Chasers. It probably will... Well, it will not be on Wednesday. But we're still working out a different day so that we can get that in there as well. And then we'll take a bit of a break so everyone can enjoy their holidays. And yeah, that's it. Have a great night, everybody, and come back in the new year so we can find this book.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see what Navira is doing in Waterdeep.
Hi, remember, I'm out of second
It's
level spell
great.
slots, otherwise this would be real easy.
Yep. Have
You
a
can just
great...
cast it as a 3rd level spell.
Shut up. Have a good night.
Never mind, this is real easy.
Have a good night. I almost left
Good night.
I almost left the call. That's not what I need to do. I need to close the screen.